Hey, this is Bishal Sarkar, your public speaking expert with another tip for you. This tip I want to talk about one specific mistake, the number one mistake that CEOs make, business owners, entrepreneurs and CEOs make in their presentation, and that is, by the way, what do you think that number one mistake for CEOs is in presentation? Well, there are many mistakes that I make, and if you don't know, many people know one thing about me, that I have been featured in Times of India. I have been featured in many international radio channels. We have a TV show coming up in a few months. What most people don't know about me is that I've been blessed to coach a lot of CEOs and high-level entrepreneurs and teaching them the real things that they need to know in order to increase their presentation skills. And one of the mistakes that I see CEOs making all the time is that there are two kinds of people in CEOs who make this mistake. Number one is the kind of person who all talks about himself. I am this, I am this, I am this, I am that, in a way that sounds like he's talking too much about himself. And there is another CEO who doesn't talk at all about himself. He's just all about information that he's here to deliver. The problem with this first person is that he's talking so much about himself that it's boring. People feel, oh, he's talking just about himself. And there is the second person who doesn't talk at all, so we don't know what credibility he has. We don't know what achievements he has had. We don't know why we should listen to this person. So both of them are making a mistake. Now there are a third category of CEOs, just like you are right now, who does something very subtly, and I call it subconscious influence. You might want to write this down. It's called Subliminal Influence, subconscious influence. What you do here is that you talk about your credibilities and achievements in a way that it doesn't sound like it. For example, let's say that you have, let's say that before starting your own company, you worked for XYZ company for, let's say Microsoft. You worked for Microsoft for 9 years. So instead of saying, I have worked for Microsoft for 9 years, I've worked for HDFC for 5 years, that sounds bragging. Instead of that, just make it subconscious. So you will say something like, after working for Microsoft for about 9 years, one of the things that I have learned is, and then you share the lesson. So when you share the lesson, people are focusing on the lesson, but at the same time, in their subconscious mind, you have put the seed that you have worked in Microsoft for 9 years. Same thing you can do. Let's say you have achieved something, an award last year. Instead of saying, oh, last year I won this entrepreneurial award, instead of saying that, you say something like, well, last year when I won this entrepreneurial award, one of the people who I was blessed to meet was this person. He taught me this, blah, blah, blah. See, people are focusing here, but you also told them that you won the entrepreneurial award. That's called subconscious influence, and that's exactly what I teach CEOs on a very deep level. This is just one basic level. We go much more in depth. In fact, recently I had a CEO from a company called Jiva Tech. He came to one of our programs and he received some immense value, and we are still keeping in touch. He got some amazing value. And that's what I love the most. My job as an expert in public speaking is not just to do some business and just to do training. My job is to change people's lives and increase their confidence and connection. And when my students, CEOs and IT professionals and project managers, when they come to me and tell me, and when they send me text messages letting me know that they are receiving value, that makes my heart, glow and grow. And that's what I want for you as well. So if you want more information and some in-depth training on how you can present with excellence, I'm highly encouraging you, go to my website bishalsarkar.com, get some information, know about the courses, because if you got some value from this video, I'm sure that you will get much more value and some jewel and diamonds from the website. So go to my website bishalsarkar.com. My name is Bishal Sarkar, always reminding you that public speaking is not about perfection, it's all about what? Connection. Take care.